is a Bramble Jam podcast.
Hi, I'm Brandon. I love Hallmark Christmas baking shows.
I'm Brian. I like Hallmark Christmas baking shows.
I'm Dan, and I despise Hallmark Christmas baking shows. And this
Is the
Deck the Hallmark podcast.
Deck the Hallmark, it's his podcast.
Brandon and friends host this podcast. We hope you like this jolly podcast.
Oh, hi, everyone.
Oh
How
my
are we?
goodness. Back to the baking board. You know what I
Finally.
mean?
We got a
Yeah.
lot to get to today, folks. 2 episodes worth
Week
of
off
bakes.
flew by.
With love, holidays, which we're going to do. But first of all, hi.
Hi.
It's great to
Hi.
see you. After this, only one more episode.
That's right.
And to just set everybody up, the stakes, to catch everybody up to speed here. We have one bake here today
Yep.
for these 2 episodes. There's a chance, Dan, that you win
That's right.
Today.
today.
That would be
That's
it.
right.
That would be it. And then episode 8 would just be focusing just on the show itself. We'll see.
Stakes, yeah.
Yep.
Stakes are high.
Yeah.
Yep. I did basically concede. I sent Dan a text during the week, and it's not
Wow.
up to me because
No,
I
you aren't.
have no say.
Yes.
But
But this was a struggle.
this was a tough one for me. It went nowhere near planned.
Okay.
And so
let's talk. Well, let's talk through. What do we want to do? Do we want to get this out of the way?
you probably want to get this out of
Yeah.
the way, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
you
a
don't-
cheesecake
Yeah.
guy,
That's-
and
these
today's
are
bake
no-bake
is cheese.
cheesecake.
These
That's
are
helpful.
no bake cheesecake, and
Yeah.
so this is the first thing that I'm not excited to taste.
Yeah.
I
I got to pop mine open here.
Okay.
Mine's here in a springform pan.
I kinda
Get
wanna
record
record
in
this.
case it goes everywhere.
Yeah, I
You know
kind of
what
want to
mean?
record this and see if
Just
just
in
in case
case.
something
We
goes
ready?
wrong. Okay, yeah, all right. Pop that open. Okay. Okay. Oh, some of
I'm
the.
taking some of it with me.
Okay. All right. That
It
worked.
Definitely stayed.
It definitely
which is
stayed. All right.
Worst case scenario for me, honestly.
Let's start with you, Brian. Dan brought a whole cheesecake. Dan, can you try to hold it up? Is that
I
possible?
can try the. Where are we going with it?
I don't know where to go with this exactly. On the I can't put it on the floor. I guess let's move our book. Here we go.
So, that whipped cream is great. This is a red velvet cheesecake with an Oreo crumble crust and a peppermint whipped cream and candy cane crush on the top.
Very nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks. I'm very excited about it. Actually,
So you did that, and then Brian,
Yep.
what did you do? You
I
brought
did
a little bit.
It's a mini cheesecake here. Hard to see. It's a s'mores
Okay.
cheesecake. So a graham cracker crust, a chocolate filling, and then toasted marshmallows on top.
So your
My crumble did not
your
hold
crumble did not hold
very
Just
well.
As I try to pull this down, the
Yep.
graham cracker crumbs are just coming out
All over the place.
I
So
don't know
it
if
did
people
not
can see
stick
that.
very well at all.
I do
Pretty
like
hard.
s'mores.
That was the idea. I know you're not It's light. I'm hoping lighter on the cheesecake flavor than you're expecting.
Because it
We
just kind of
shall
looks
see.
like a chocolate pie.
I
which
know
I'm,
it's a very moussey consistency, very thicker than I wanted.
I hate the smell of cheesecake.
That's a
Like
problem.
I actively hate cheesecake.
So did you take a bite yet?
No,
No, you
not
can't
yet.
do
I
it.
smelled
He
it.
cannot do it.
all right. Let me get
Hold
it
your
open.
nose.
here goes the cold
So-
water.
He can't do it.
I'm gonna get him. You take that. I'm gonna get him.
This tiny little boy. This is it's hard for you to eat. I thought it would be easier for you to eat, honestly.
It's so hard for him to eat.
I did the recipe with the least amount of cream cheese that I could put together here.
I did not.
And he's
cater
not
to
having
him.
a good time at all. He hates it.
He's not gonna like mine. Then. Mine's way heavier on
The
actual
cream
cheesecake,
cheese?
Yeah.
He just is.
All right.
He wants this over.
Well,
Let's see here.
we did that. I'll say this.
Yep.
Early, I taste a lot of s'more, and I got that flavor. And then
Okay.
it's just all
Cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Sorry about that, Bram.
That's okay. All right. And then, Dan, you did red velvet.
Red velvet cheesecake, Oreo crust, peppermint topping, and peppermint whipped cream.
Okay. I'm going to go back. I'm going to do a taste from the back to get all the things. How about
Good
that?
strategy, Bram.
Thanks.
Well,
Yeah? What are you going to say?
Mint comes through really strong. Mint and Oreo great together.
Dude, I could eat that whole pie.
That's good.
Brain can't do it. Can't.
There's a lot of Oreo. That's a light cheesecake.
Dan's gonna win this one, which I guess is the end.
Yep.
That's
We're
it.
done.
Right.
Yeah.
I know you said that it would be heavy on the cream cheese. It comes through less for me than
Really?
this one did.
Light and airy.
It's very light, and there's enough peppermint and Oreo flavor to get me through it. I'm not gonna have another bite of it.
You're not going to have another bite?
No, but I will say that Dan is the winner,
Thank you.
which means that Dan is the champion.
Congrats, man. Congrats, champ.
Man,
Wow.
can't believe it.
Really happy for you.
Man, Brian, yours is good.
Thanks.
Do you want to give a speech?
Well, I found a love of baking.
That's
And
all you can ask for.
I didn't see that coming. Do I like to decorate anything? Heck no. But baking, quite fun. It's a project, like barbecuing, smoking
Yes.
meat out in the
Yeah,
yard.
you do like smoking meat.
Yeah.
I mean, I like
So
graham
I
crackers.
enjoyed myself. My wife helped a ton. She didn't help me bake anything, but she helped with pointers a lot. And so I definitely wouldn't have won without her.
Was there a website or a recipe book or whatever that you went back to time and time again, or did you spread it out?
Spread it out. In fact, this is a combination of 3 different places. I just kind of made up. The cheesecake base was one. Then I did my own thing for the rest of it.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Congratulations, Dan. You did
Hey.
it. Let's
Very
dive
nice.
into episode 6 of Baked with Love Holiday. Tamara asks if they are all feeling competitive. And I hope so, because
It's a weird thing to ask.
that's weird. And they all
Halfway
say
through.
yes. They do all say yes, and so that's good. Anna, and just a reminder of who is here now. We still have Gabby and Ben, Stephen and Marco, Rosanna and Rosa, Susan and Saman, and Sally and Amy. Anna and Vaughn come out. Vaughn's outfit is disappointing. It's just a blue cardigan over a white shirt. Wah, wah.
Very reserved this week.
Very reserved this week.
Well, Tamara
Oh,
and Anna looked adorable. Like they were
fantastic.
dressed really
Fantastic.
You think that was planned?
I don't know.
great. Maybe.
So
They
Vaughn
probably
backs it up a
coordinated.
little?
Maybe. Let them
It
take
is snow week. Let it snow, to be exact. And Tamara asks if they've all experienced a white Christmas. Only Sally and Amy say no. Everybody else has experienced one. Sally and Amy out in Alabama, they have not.
We got one here in Greenville since I've lived here.
Wow, how about that?
Just one.
All the bakers need to be inspired by cold, snowy weather. And up first is what you all just made, which is cold set cheesecakes. 12 of them to be exact. Any bottom that you want and any garnish that you want. No baking for just the filling. They do talk about how you can bake the crust if you need to. They need at least 2 toppings on top. Are we ready to go?
2 toppings.
Hour and a half
Got
to
it.
do it. Vaughn is
I don't
nervous.
know how you do this in an hour and a half. I want to be very clear. Mine's set for overnight.
Okay. Yep. Vaughn is very nervous because he sees some baking of the crust, and that is going to make a cold cheesecake struggle because
Heat, cold.
What?
It's tough. Let's get to Gabby and Ben first. The base is Ben's grandma's graham cracker crust. They're doing a cinnamon infused cheesecake, salted caramel, and a maple caramelized banana on top.
Sounds like a lot.
There's a bit of butting heads between Gabby and Ben on this bake about whether or not they should bake their crust. They do initially bake it, but Ben begins to panic. And so he makes a new crust with plans to freeze it.
Did you talk to Gabby about that beforehand?
Yes,
or?
they decided to do that. And I think she could see that he was really panicking about this.
He looked very stressed at a point.
And so that is the cheesecake that they ended up going with is the one that's not baked at all, just the frozen crust. The verdict, it's very good. Great texture, and all of the flavors really pop, and a great crunch of the base. Ben was right about that one. Up next is Stephen and Marco. They're doing a gingerbread cookie and shortbread cookie crust with a vanilla buttercream on top. with an icicle as well that they made out of like sugar or whatever. Vaughn says that this bake reminds him of an icicle stabbing someone in the neck and blood running out. And I gotta be honest, can't believe they kept it in the show. He kept going with it, and they left it all in. So shout out to my guy Vaughn. The texture of the cookie base, they say, actually turned out really great, but they are both absolutely appalled that they would put buttercream on a cheesecake. They say it makes it way too sweet. It spoils the actual cake itself. Not a fan of what they did there. Rosa and Rosanna make a biscotti
right?
cookie crust. Is that a biscotti? Is that a cookie?
Biscotti's a thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Biscotti, not so much.
With
Ducati?
Yes, they do that. With dried cherry and dried citrus apricots and a splash of amaretti.
Amaretto. Amaretti?
That's a drink.
Amaretti.
What's the drink?
Amaretto.
Is it? Okay. For the cheesecake, they did like little red swirls with the cherries Jubilee, if you will. They did a little red swirl. It looks nice. The verdict, it looks great. They wish that the crust was a little crispier, but it was very tasty. Susan and Simon, they did a cherry cheesecake as well. They ran out of time putting the cherries on top of all of them, so some of them don't have the cherries on top. Once again, unable to utilize their time well. They wish that it could. They say it could have been sweeter and not enough cherry in it. So I don't think that's good. That doesn't sound good. And then we have Amy and Sally. They did a key lime cheesecake, tiny little snowman on top. Verdict: it's great. Lime really pops. Crust could use a slight bit less butter or more butter. I don't remember which one. A slight. More butter, I believe.
A slight bit.
Slight bit of more butter.
Slight bit of more butter.
The winner this week is Amy and Sally and Gabe and Ben.
Mm-hmm.
They made the best ones, and they tell Marco and Steven that they gotta step up their game.
I keep hearing that, but it doesn't really matter.
Well, maybe it will at some
Maybe it will
point.
this
We'll
week.
find out. That gets us to this ultimate festive bake, which is a baked Alaska, something that we considered having you guys do.
Oh my God. I can't even.
Can you imagine?
Sheesh.
We did not, obviously. They have to have two different frozen elements, Dan. So not just one.
Not just
thing.
ice cream.
Yeah, something else, or like multiple types of ice cream.
Okay.
but they
all
have to
right.
have.
So
two
that
different-
would two different elements could just be flavors of
Yeah,
ice cream.
That's
okay.
correct.
I got
yes,
you.
you can. As well as a spreadable element, and it can be in any shape that you want to. And they have 2.5 hours to do this. Sheesh Louise. At this point in time of the show, we get to find out what everybody's going to do with the money if they win.
Ooh.
Gabby and Ben, they're having a baby. So diapers and stuff.
Of course,
$50,000
yes.
worth of diapers and stuff.
50,000.
Steven and Marco, they want to go on a trip. So that's good. Susan and Saman, I thought this was very nice. They said that they want to help organizations in the D.C. area that help feed the less fortunate.
All right. Come on. You guys are just better than us.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll also go on a trip, but they didn't lead with that. Amy and Sally are going to do, they're going to go on a trip as well, but also get a new kitchen for them to bake in.
Yeah.
And then this was the big one, Rosa and Rosanna. They want to open up their own mother-daughter spots. I think it's going to be like a full restaurant, but with bakery included, and share their culture with everybody. They both start crying as they're talking about it. Wow. Hard not to cheer for that.
Yeah. At this point, I was 100% just rooting for them to go all the way.
You didn't want to help people in need. You wanted the bakery to be open.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, both of those are better than go on trip. So do with that what you will. All right. Gabby and Ben, they did a strawberry ice cream, a vanilla honey ice cream, a lemon syrup, and a lemon sponge. A lot of people struggled with the consistency of the ice cream in this, almost as if they didn't have enough time for it to truly freeze.
2.5 hours to a baked Alaska? Get out of here.
And so this was a very tough challenge. The ice cream was soupy but had great flavor. Sponge could use a bit more lemon. They wish the layers were more defined. Spoiler alert, if it was still frozen, it would have been great.
Yeah, a lot of them leaked right through and
Tough. It was tough.
Yeah.
Stephen and Marco, they went with a bourbon and orange ice cream. They decided to do a triple threat here. They said, I hear your two are going triple.
You told us to take it to the next level.
Yeah.
That's what you told us.
So we're going trips. Bourbon and orange ice cream, a banana ice cream, and a candy pecan ice cream. It's a 3-humped camel. The bad news is the ice creams have melted, which makes it hard to eat.
Oh, no.
But they do give them brownie points for 3 ice creams and a different shape.
Brownie points.
The shape being
Apropos.
the shape being three humps.
Room temperature brownie points, so it doesn't melt the ice cream.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly. That might have been a problem. They got the brownie points.
Yeah,
melted
the
right
hot
there.
brownie.
That's right. Rosa and Rosanna, they do a spiced rum raisin ice cream. This is another Italian thing here. It's a Stacchiatella ice cream.
Very nice, Brown.
Which Anna says is her favorite ice cream of all time, but she didn't know how to pronounce it, which was very funny. Candied citrus chocolate chip sponge cake. The verdict is that it's a little bit messy. The rum raisin texture is great, and the ice cream is wonderful.
Would you rather do a rum raisin ice cream or a cheesecake?
rum raisin ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not with you there.
Susan and Simon, they made a mint chocolate chip ice cream, a mascarpone and vanilla ice cream, and a double fudge brownie base. The verdict here is they clearly ran out of time with the piping. Looks like you just chucked peppermint on it at the end to say that you decorated it. The mint ice cream, though, is the bomb.
Yeah.
They love the ice
It's the
cream.
bomb.
And then Amy and Sally, they did a bourbon glazed sponge with butter pecan ice cream and a peach ice cream. Theirs definitely looked the best. This looked...
the baked Alaska looked like it was in a magazine.
It looked like it was in a magazine.
Wow.
They're back,
Phenomenal.
baby.
Yeah.
Amy
Back.
and Sally have had a bit of a journey, but they're back, baby.
They're clearly the most talented.
The piping
With
is...
this? Yeah.
The piping work is incredible. They have an even burn on top. The ice cream is delicious. Flavor's amazing. They say that the ice cream could have been a bit more frozen. That's everybody, though.
exactly.
I don't know what you want at this point. So the winner of this challenge and the week is Amy and Sally. They talk about how it's great that they have grown with their flavors. Very proud of them, which means it's time to get to the loser. Who is going home this week? Gabby and Ben, Stephen and Marco,
Well, I thought you said
Rosanna
Gabby
and
Oh my
Rosa,
God.
or Susan and Simon. Dan, who do you think's going home this week?
Stephen and Marco.
Stephen and Marco.
Wow.
Stephen and Marco.
There you go.
We've grayed them out. We've said goodbye. Love them. They just had too many hiccups along the way, and they finally caught up with them this
But
week.
talking to you guys, it felt like they were better. Like you could tell their ceiling was higher than some of the groups left. They just could never really put it together.
Yeah, I think that they seemed a lot more amateur than the remaining ones. Like they have a lot of clearly they've baked a lot together and they love doing it together, but they would just occasionally do something and it's like that's not if you knew things,
yeah,
you wouldn't
gotcha.
do that. And so, but they were wonderful. I loved having them in the competition personally. I thought they were great.
Yeah.
And so it was sad to see them go. And that's going to get us to episode 7, which we're going to get to on the other side of this break here on Deck the Hallmark.
We're back.
We are back. Hi, everybody. We just said goodbye to Stephen and Marco. And just like that, it's time to head into episode 7 of Baked with Love, which is 'Twas the Night. A little 'Twas the Night Before Christmas theme here. It's the semifinals. Everyone is pumped. It's time for the holiday classic bake. By the way, Vaughn, another disappointing outfit.
2 in a row for Vaughn.
Well,
he needs to step up his game.
I thought he looked pretty snazzy.
He looks snazzy, but he doesn't have a bird on his shirt.
True.
Put a bird on
True.
it.
Yeah, put a bird on that shirt.
It's time for the holiday classic bake. 12 macarons.
Macarons.
Oh,
They gotta
I just
be.
looked at that recipe and got tired.
You gotta
kidding me?
do. You gotta do 12.
Yeah.
Gotta be identical in size and shape
Sheesh.
and decoration.
Yep.
They need 2 fillings in it. A chocolate ganache is a requirement, plus a curd, jam, or homemade spread to go along with it. I don't like the word curd.
You don't like that? Unless it's a cheese curd? You
I
okay
do
with
like a cheese curd. Do like a cheese. I don't like it. I don't like the act, the verb of curd. Like
A curd verb.
a curd verb. The verb is the curd. The curd is the verb. They really want
Curd. Curd's the verb. I said the curd. Curd's the verb. I'm
gonna curd it. So they really want to see.
Kurt is offended by that.
Yeah, sorry, Kurt.
Curd's so pissed off.
They're looking for beautiful.
Why are you talking about me?
They're looking for some beautiful festive finesse.
My proper name. You don't know your parts of speech, you damn bee.
Beautiful festive finesse.
Curd's out of here. Brand's clearly want to stay on track.
I'm just trying. We got a lot to do. Beautiful festive finesse on
Kurt.
top.
I'm out here riding off into the sunset. Ah!
Whoa, he's got a horse?
Curd's
What
out of
happened
here.
there?
I'm on a horse. You can't hear it. It's a very quiet horse. Ah!
We just have to trust you, huh?
What?
Ah! You gotta get on him a lot, or you don't move.
Are you moving yet?
Yeah,
Oh, you are.
little by little.
I heard Kurt was a verb.
Curd's
so,
a
I
verb.
mean,
Yeah.
That's my understanding. All right, Gabby and Ben, they went with a strawberry cream cheese filling with a dark chocolate ganache. So they made them, right?
yeah.
And then
yes.
they didn't really have time. They struggled with
Yep.
this one. And they didn't have time to decorate them like they wanted to, so they just did a bunch of powdered sugar all over the place.
Yeah.
And Anna and Vaughn, they're smart. They're onto them. They notice, hey, you didn't decorate these. You just put powdered sugar on them and called it a day. They're also overbaked, which was another struggle that they had. They had a hard time knowing, like, just like how long to bake them. And Ben was like, we should put them in longer. And then it came out. It didn't work out for them. Overbaked. Flavors are nice though, but yeah, too crunchy and dry in the oven for too long. Rosa and Rosanna, they went with a lemon cream of sorts with a white chocolate ganache. The verdicts, they're not quite uniform. There's fillings spilling out of some of them, but the flavor is good. Oh, they had a with thyme. They had a lemon with, and they had some thyme in there. So they liked the thyme, and don't we all?
Don't
man.
we? Yep.
Greatest gift is time.
Could use a little more of it, couldn't we?
Or seasoning, actually. It's a really good gift to give. And it was a little bit too chewy. So looked good. Flavor was good, but too chewy. Susan and Saman, chocolates. And then a that can't be right. That must have been an autocorrect. A postage tip spread. That can't be right.
Chocolate postage tip spread.
Yeah. We're gonna go with that though. They're very happy with the way that they look. They taste lovely, a great combo, but they wish that they were a little bit bigger. And that gets to Amy and Sally. They went with a white chocolate with a mixed berry compote. The verdicts, they did it again. They look very professionally made. They love the taste. Absolutely stunning. And then they do an interesting thing after this challenge where they don't talk anymore. The judges are done. They're not going to say who won that challenge. They walk away.
They don't say.
They don't do anything.
Not
They
good
don't
for
do.
you.
They don't
Okay.
do a. They don't do a. Here's who did the best, who did the worst. It's just like, all right, that's a wrap on that one. It is time for the next challenge, which is the ultimate festive bake. But first, we're getting some videos from home, like they're on Survivor and they've been gone for 30 plus days.
It's like whoever did this show and did Finding Mr. Christmas had similar ideas of when to do things.
Yeah. We get some videos from home. It's like, hey, you're doing great, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But they couldn't fly them out. They didn't have the Finding Mr. Christmas budget. The ultimate festive bake is a Christmas snow globe. Got to have 2 tiers of cake, both with 2 layers. 2 tiers. Both tiers have 2 levels. Layers, I mean. The flavor is your favorite festive beverage. That's what you have to implement. And they have to have a clear globe on top that you make with like sugar or whatever. There's a couple of different techniques that they utilize here. 3 hours.
Okay.
3 hours. Rosa and Rosanna. They went with a rainbow cookie espresso martini. I don't really know what that means. I like an espresso martini, and I think they just implemented that in the colors, I guess. I don't know. They went with an almond sponge, espresso, bitters.
Yeah.
Raspberry compote.
Mm-hmm.
Verdict. Looks really good. It did look good. I think everybody did a pretty
All
good
of them,
job.
yeah.
It was a honestly,
impressive all
It's
around.
a tough challenge.
It's a very
Super
tough challenge.
Watching them do this was so stressful.
Yes. They could see through the snow globe, which is always good. The one thing that they unfortunately can see is one of the support boards. They didn't like ice over or frost over or whatever there. But the piping overall is perfect. Looks great. Vaughn loves the flavor, and Anna says that all of the flavors are giving high fives instead of fighting for attention.
Oh, I see. That's good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
I
yeah.
thought that was really good.
Yeah.
That was good. Ben and Gabby, they did a hot chocolate peppermint theme because that's their favorite drink. Hot chocolate cake with hot chocolate poured into it, which I don't know how that works, but they went with a peppermint chocolate buttercream. They also did a fun little, they worked in their tradition of dressing up like Santa and Mrs. Claus for their family Christmas party. They got a chimney, and they've got a Santa with his legs sticking out of the top, and then they put the little globe over top of that. Looked great.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
Looked great. Anna says, where I'm from, this is just called flexing. And then Tamara's like, that's what we say too. They say it really does taste like hot cocoa. The only issue is that the dome is slightly damaged, but at the end of the day, they can see through the dome, which is really what's important here. You want it to be a nice, clear, transparent dome. They say it's one of the best bakes of the entire competition.
Holy
Not
cow.
just of theirs, of the entire competition. So I think it's safe to say Ben and Gabby are safe.
Yeah.
Which, good for them.
Going to the finals.
Amy and Sally, they went with a pink champagne cake. Lemon crisp cookies are included in this. And they did this cake in honor of Sally's sister, Becky.
Shout out Becky.
Who had special needs. She's since passed, but she had an amazing snow globe collection.
Oh, cool.
And when she passed away, each of everybody in the family got one of those snow globes. And so it was very sweet. And Anna is very impressed that they used sugar for the snow globe. They were the only ones to do this specific type of technique.
Right.
And it looks better, but it also takes a ton of skill, and they did it perfectly. So good for them. The other technique that people were using was there was a balloon, and you would have the balloon and you would pour this liquid
It's a
over
water
top.
balloon, and you would just pour it over and let it harden.
That's
Right,
wild.
and then you
slowly
and then
release the water.
Slowly release the water, and then you still have.
Can you
Or
imagine?
pop it really hard, and then the sugar thing shatters.
I think Rosanna did that.
Yeah,
or
Rosa
something.
did.
Rosa, yeah.
Can you imagine us trying to do this?
Oh man, it would have been funny, but talk about infuriating.
You gotta start practicing that type of stuff
Nah.
now.
We got to get some techniques going here.
Yeah, you gotta figure that out. And so they were obviously very impressed by that. The flavor is delicate, which is good, I guess. Really good job. Anna thinks that it's a tiny bit sweet, and was looking for a little bit more of a flavor profile. But this cake is what Christmas is all about. And then Anna begins to cry because the story that Sally told really resonated with her, and it's a very sweet moment. I think they're probably safe too, right?
Yeah, so it's either Rosanna, Rosa, or Susan Simon going home.
Well, Susan and Simon, they have, they're doing like an espresso sponge as well, buttercream transfer, which I don't know what that means. Do you know what an espresso, a buttercream transfer is?
No,
I said buttercream transfers. Verdict: flashes of brilliance.
Flashes of brilliance.
But unfortunately, the back of the cake is missing. It's not the same all the way around. So the back is missing some stuff. Dome is hard to see through. Cake is delish. Vaughn wishes that it was a coffee buttercream. I don't know. They kind of go with the espresso sponge.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah.
Instead of the buttercream transfer.
Right, yeah.
We're about to send home another couple. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to find out who the final three is. Baked for Love here on
Deck the Hallmark.
We're back.
Oh,
Hi,
boy,
everyone.
Here we go.
It's big time.
Yep.
This is the big time. We've got Gabby and Ben. We've got Rosa and Rosanna. We've got Susan and Simona. We got Sally and Amy. This is big. Dan, do you have a thought?
I think Rosanna, Rosa, Susan Simon, bottom two, and Susan and Simon go home. Back of the cake got them.
The back of the cake did get them.
Okay.
We said goodbye
Were you
to
guys okay with
Susan
that?
and Simon. I think that they got both of these episodes correct.
So do I. I mean,
right.
time. They had issues with time over and over,
over and over,
unfortunately, and it came to a point where it's like you can't keep going on if you're not making it.
Who
so.
is the favorite? Is it Amy and Sally?
It's Sally and Amy and Gabe and Ben. But no, all three. I mean, Gabby. Sorry.
Yeah.
He calls her Gaby though, doesn't he? Sometimes I feel like he calls her Gaby sometimes. So
Amy and Sally
Amy,
and Gabby
Sally,
and Ben. So you think Rosanna and Rosa?
Amy
I
and
don't.
Sally and Gaby and
Gaby
Ben.
and Benny. Rosa and Rosanna though, every time they're so good, so you can't just write them off. And
It's interesting. I don't know what it is. It Sally and Amy are super polished, right?
Yes.
Gabby and Ben, I feel like have high ceiling, low but low floor. Like they have, they can go up or down depending on the challenge. And Rosa and Rosanna are always steady.
Yep.
But there's only been a couple of bakes, I feel like, throughout the show where Rosa and Rosanna have been like the best.
Yeah.
But they've never, I don't think they've ever been the worst. They've been really steady this entire competition.
Yeah.
And that steadiness might be the thing that gets them there.
It seems like to me, as someone who's not watched a second of this program, that if you're going to have your bake in a Hallmark movie, and apparently that is a big deal, Allie and Sammy,
Sammy, yeah,
Sammy,
close.
Amy and Sally,
Sammy. You mean
Allie and
Sammy, their name?
Sammy.
Allie and Sammy.
It's their name.
Sally
Dude, they're
and
opening for
Amy,
Allie and AJ.
What they're going to present on any given day is going to be the best looking.
But
Am I wrong?
Gabby and Ben's cake there, that thing looked so cool. They're hot, their hot chocolate cake. So
But you never know if you're gonna get
Yep.
the amazing Gabby and Ben or the just
Terrible.
okay.
That's right.
Just
This is-
okay.
it's gonna be a real. I'm really looking forward to seeing how they do the final, because if it is a finesse thing and the overall look matters way more than flavor and creativity, then Sally and Amy, or Sammy as we're calling them,
Sammy.
they have an edge there. But
Allie and Sammy, yep.
Gabby and Ben, they are so creative and clever, and their stuff is so unique. And I don't know. And Rosa and Rosanna, the only thing with them is I'm surprised it hasn't been mentioned to them, like, hey, do something that doesn't include an Italian ingredient, because everything has, and they're great, but they never get that note of step outside of your comfort zone. Because
which who was that? Susan and Simona got a little of that.
that's true.
Was
So-
it? Yeah.
It's gonna be a really
Oh no, yeah, it was Karen and James, where they were kind of like they kept implementing the Filipino stuff,
Yes.
Yep.
and it was too rustic.
that's true.
Like
That's true.
Rosa and Rosanna haven't gotten that note.
Right, because their stuff is very polished.
I am
So-
calling, as someone who hasn't watched it, I'm picking
second, yeah.
Amy and Sally. Who
Sammy?
you picking?
Okay. Me?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm going with Gabby and Ben.
Gabby and Ben. Bran, who you picking?
My gut says Gabby and Ben.
Okay.
But I'm going to go with Rosa and Rosanna.
you.
Wow.
I
Yeah, of
think
course.
they're
Can't count them out.
I think they're kind of the dark horse, and I think that their consistency is going to end up being what wins it for them.
Man, it's
you
gonna be
go.
a good final. It's
big
going to be a
time.
really good final.
I'm excited to
You
see.
want us to be good finals. We don't have to bake, Brian.
Oh, so we're going to get to enjoy it. You should watch. We should all watch it
we should
together.
all watch it together. One big happy
We should
family.
make Brand bake what they're making and we taste
Yeah,
it.
we take
That's an idea.
take the few plays off is what
We
we're
could
doing.
We could watch it together. That'd be a fun thing.
That
to
would
do.
be a fun thing.
All right, we'll think
Work
about
on that.
All right, we're gonna be back next week with another one. Come on back for that. Until then, we'll be the first to wish you a Merry Christmas.
Deck the Hallmarks, a Bramble Jam podcast produced by Brandon Gray. For more information on the show, go to deckthehallmark.com. Follow us on the socials at Deck to Hallmark. Leave us a rating and review on Apple Podcasts and find the best corner of the internet with ad-free podcasting and live video watch-alongs. You can go to BrambleJamPlus.com.